People who have found their friends' secret Reddit accounts. What was the most shocking thing you found out about them? Found my friends. He was telling a story that is only known to our friend group. It didn't get much traction on Reddit, but I peeped it, clicked his account, and wow, this dude is into some serious BDSM, like fisting and crazy it up his ass. Obviously we're good friends, so we don't talk about or mention we found it. We just chuckle whenever he talks about being sore from leg day or mentions his ass hurting. Coworker is really into any and all milk related porn. Like those subs would be dead without him. Throwaway. I found my sister's Reddit account. She told a story on an AskReddit thread that made me curious. In her post history I find that she has posted pictures of her cat, her room and my parents' backyard. She claims our parents were abusive, not true, and that this made her emotionally strong and fiercely independent. Not sure how living with our supposedly abusive parents at nearly 25 with no plans for ever living on her own, or learning how to drive or talking to people she doesn't know, is being fiercely independent, but whatever. You get those fake internet points, sis. I found out that the guy I was dating was about to break up with me. Actually, it was a very thoughtful post and helped me understand his point of view. My roommate posted in a sub that was for writing letters and not sending them. He detailed how he felt bad that his depression and overall mental health was affecting my and our friends' lives. I didn't confront him about it, but I talked to our friends and we've all been more cognizant of his internal struggle and helped push him in the right direction. College, therapy, better jobs. I like to think that it helped us to help him improve his life. 4 years later, and our friendship is only stronger. I found out my college wrestling co-worker was really into decorating cakes. It was funny cause he was totally man's man kinda guy built like a tank. He left a cake page open and I ended up asking him about it. His eyes lit way up and he was like, "Do you wanna see my cakes?" I said sure and spent the next half hour with him showing me cakes he had made and his ideas for making them. He got really excited about one he made for lifeguard friends where it looked like a pool and he had this idea to use Fruit Loops as boys. His favorite one looked like this beautiful bouquet of flowers in a basket. The guy loved talking about decorating cakes. It actually developed a bond we didn't have before, since from then on he would have me come to his desk and look at a new cake photo every week. Edit. Ironic twist is that this story might out my account to friends who know this story. I posted a funny picture of my school on a different account. A classmate recognized the location of the picture and PM'd me. I looked through their past posts and figured out who it was. I also learned that she hadn't ovulated in 8 months and had some serious VL issues that were being explained in detail on several female help subreddits. I've got a buddy who would always make comments about girls fixated on their asses. Comments like "I'd put it in her butt." Well, he bragged about a certain post hitting the front page, and when I went to check his history, he had commented on several girls' NSFW posts. And guess what kind of comments they were? They were all asshole related. Even if the girl in said pic wasn't showing her bottom half at all. It was one of those I don't know what I expected moments. Edit. No, it's not Ken Bone. I wish I was friends with Ken Bone. It was weird as duck. All of a sudden I found an account with tons of pictures of it inside my own home. Took a few minutes of investigating to find out which of my friends it was. Wasn't anything bad. The one that tipped me off was an mildly interesting post about some seedless oranges that had seeds. I thought, hey, that counter is the same color as mine. Hey wait, there's an identical scratch in the same spot. What the duck, that's even the same oranges I buy. Looking further into the account I realize it was in fact my house and I was missing out on that sweet karma all around my house. After reading these threads I sometimes wonder if I'm the only person on Reddit who doesn't use it for weird, strange sexual stuff. Am I Redditing wrong? They were hardcore red pillars. Their opinion on women in what they posted was so horrible I confronted them about it. He said that I was different because I was, no offense, an uggo, so I was practically a guy. That was why we could be friends. I don't talk to him anymore. He says cute it about me on the internet. How dare he? I used an old friend's laptop to check my email, and while doing that I came across his Reddit name. I've known him since I can remember. He is someone I've known since we were both riding tricycles. I looked him up and he has a story about having sex with a crazy neighborhood lady when he was 17. Yikes. I know who she is. I had sex with the crazy neighborhood lady. 2. I posted a picture of my campsite and dog one weekend and someone wrote the dog's name in response. I asked how they knew the dog's name and said that they had camped next to us all weekend. Fun coincidence. That was it. Link. Through a friend. I had found my now ex-boyfriend's other Reddit account. Found out he was cheating on me. I got discovered. Never share a pic on social media and Reddit. BC that pic will make it to the front page. And you will be figured out. Hey, I know your handle. And grats on making it to the front page. Oh well. I am an open book so it didn't bother me as much as it amused me. She is an avid redditor so I am sure she has gone through my posts. See you next weekend J. Edit. Her name is Jennifer. Mine is secret. A few years ago in college my roommates and I noticed our friend roommate Jeff was becoming increasingly distant and really wasn't the same bright kid everyone knew him to be. After days of trying to convince him to give us his computer password my roommate finally got it out of him. We did some digging on his computer and in his room. I know invasion of privacy but we were actually worried about him. We found his Reddit account logged in and turns out he was super active on Opa to roll call and was posting pictures of his needles and his heroin. We decided as a group that we would call his parents and tell them everything so that's exactly what we did. He hated us for it but we didn't really care honestly. His parents sent him to Maine for rehab where he relapsed and then eventually got sent to California. He did incredible out there and was a year clean and was skyping us every day to show us his new place and send us pictures of all the hiking he was doing. We kept tabs on his Reddit account just in case anything were to happen. So after about a year he posted a picture of a needle and 3 hits with the caption I woke up in a new Bugatti. 2 days later his mom called us and told us Jeff overdosed and died. RIP buddy, we love and miss you so much. I found my teen brother's girlfriend's Reddit account. Apparently while they were going through a 50 Shades phase. Found out that they're super into fetishes involving being with or having sex with deaf people. I'm deaf. Not sure how to process this. But keeping my distance sounds like a great idea right now. Hope that's not the only reason why we're friends. Found a childhood friend's account once. I'm not 100% sure it's him. But he talks the same way he did. Has the same interests. Moved to the same small towns around the same time. Was in the military at the same time. And the username was something he was into at the time he moved away. He and his sister were both really weird in a way that made me not like being around them together. Separately they were more tolerable. Which made it all the more weird when I found his post history included a lot of stuff on our incest. Also he got arrested for trying to have sex with a minor a few months after I found this. So yeah. They posted on I gone wild and have a nice ass. He's the most boring person alive. That's what I learned. I found my older brother's account. The same brother that looks up to me even though I'm younger and seemed like a normal dude. Well, he apparently is active on a lot of our random act subs. He gives out to the needy and to anyone that asks. Now, why is this shocking? Cause my brother is the most selfish individual to walk this planet. He could have a full box of pizza. Ask him for a slice and he'll make sure to stuff his face even though he has high cholesterol. 'Twas shocking as duck to find that. Found out how much he likes anal. Not a friend, but my British coworker. He spends serious time on here attacking American women and calling them stupid Yankich and so on. He only targets American women. American men get a free pass. It's made me realize that he has serious personal problems and I speak to him only about work and only when I absolutely have to. He's unattractive and not very bright. Friend knew I wasn't listening to him and was going through a rough time. So he made a fake account when he saw I asked for advice on a situation. Gave me some useful advice and I listened. I figured out it was him just by how direct he was and how he typed. And seeing him go through that effort to get through to me meant a lot, so I opened up and started listening. Good friend. Always had my back and he never talked about how many times he saved me from myself. But I always knew. Apparently my sister ducked our cousin. Found an ex's account and discovered that he had cheated on me during our relationship. Also found out that he was into POC registered sign-on porn though, so that laugh helped soften the blow. She's bulimic. I don't know what to do. Not me, but my best friend found her fiance's Reddit account where he had posted a magnificently detailed letter about how he was cheating on her. That engagement didn't last. I didn't know her well and thought she was one of those people that are super social, likable, and have a ton of friends and always happy. Turns out she was lonely and depressed with a ton of mental health issues and family troubles. It made me so sad to find out how hard of a time she was having secretly all alone. And yet I barely see her now and want to be her friend. But also know that she probably doesn't want someone like me either. Stumbled across a good friend's wife's account. Turns out that he had cheated on her just before I met her, which would explain why I thought that she was boring and had no personality at the time and why she seems like a totally different person several years later. Pro tip: if your city has a dedicated subreddit and you want to find your friends' Reddit accounts, make sure to read through all the random threads that get posted. I found a guy asking for employment advice around the time a colleague was getting fired. Tagged him on res. Forgot about him. Fast forward 3 years. He started leaving reviews of sellers on darknet markets, mostly heroin. Stumbled upon him at the mall a few months later. The guy was a wreck. I had what I thought was an amicable breakup with someone I was dating for about a year, only to find that he'd made multiple Reddit posts about how I ducked him up, which is a little unfair to say just because he wanted an open relationship and I didn't. Found my ex's account. He was honest about his love of wrestling and video games. Not so honest about being single. Surprise. Married. One of my homies was soliciting blowjobs on our random act soft blowjob. Till having no friends has its perks. I'm actually afraid a friend of mine knows my username. I had given my phone to him once for a reason that I forget, and he returned it to me no problem. But the next time we hung out I had his phone and opened the Reddit app to only find that he didn't sign in. He spots me opening it and says something along the lines "I never sign in on my phone" and then winks. I'm reading this with eager eyes, since a good friend of mine found me out yesterday. Hello Brian, you Snoopy Duck. I found the account of this guy's mother. I was sort of dating the guy, and he was living with his mom, so I knew her fairly well. She was very chill. We smoked a lot of weed together. She posted on our progress pics, and she looked great, which is how I found her. Honestly, the most shocking thing was that we pretty much had all the same sexual kinks and were kinda the same person. Thank goodness it didn't work out with her son. I found a friend's Reddit, looked at a few of his comments, saw that he frequented our nofap, and decided that I didn't want to look at friends' Reddit accounts anymore. Despite it being a public forum, I felt like I was violating his privacy. Your friends can't find your secret Reddit account if your account isn't secret. Secret account? Should I not use one account for all my posting? Both serious and it? That my straight edge friend of mine, 28/M, did a load of sugar, watched loads of gay porn and gave another friend of mine, 29/M, a blowjob to see if he was gay. Halfway through he realized that he wasn't gay and it was doing nothing for him, but he finished the guy off so he didn't leave the guy with blue balls. Disturbing yet heroic. How do people find these in the first place? Stop reading my @Kevin. Someone found me out based on my username and the story I was telling. They DM'd me implying they know who I am. After some serious creeping of their profile I have it narrowed down, but I can never be sure. I asked them who they are and got no response. And this was only a few days ago. I'm watching you, buddy. I found out my racist ass cousin is really into black cuckold porn, and wants to have a black guy duck his wife while he watches and gets called a little itch. My friends found out about my account. I got a reply from CGP Grey, and I told my friends. No screenshot, no context, nothing. Then my friend went super sleuth and found the comment, and posted it to my group text. I hadn't looked at my post history in a while, so I thought nothing of it, especially because I was at work. Then another friend commented about the surprise party that I found out about. I had posted a small thread to AskReddit, but didn't take it down. But the question remained, and even though I was a good actor about it all, it was all ruined through a simple comment from CGP Grey. Oh. And I enjoyed posting to our intrusive thoughts. And I had some questionable posts there. All in all, I deleted everything. And I have 2 accounts. One my friends know about, and one my friends don't. TLDR been on Reddit for 6 years. Still learning how to read it. Spider porn. God damn it, Ian. Found someone I considered a friend writing paragraphs about how much of an asshole I was on a subreddit we both frequent. His username has his actual name in it, so it was pretty clear. A lot of very specific stuff, conversations I'd had with people I roll, etc. I was just amazed by how hateful and angry he was at me when I hadn't done anything to provoke him. Went out of my way to be nice to him after that, but I'm still just really confused about the whole thing. I didn't find anything out about them, but I did see their boobs. That was pretty neat, I guess. A student that I T'd for somehow figured out this was my account, gilded a comment of mine about masturbation, and told me, in front of his other classmates, that he was the one who gilded it. Joke's on him. I got a free month of extra Reddit features because of him. I found out that my friend is a filthy reposter on our jokes. I was pretty shocked since I thought he was funny. Now I know that all of his jokes are from top posts on a recycled subreddit, just about my entire workplace. A call center where I was a supervisor found my username when one of my posts hit the front page in our funny. The post was a series of pictures of me modeling a hysterically ill-fitting hoodie I'd mistakenly ordered from one of those shady sidebar ads. It was $20. And I'd intentionally ordered it 2 sizes too large, and the thing was ridiculously small. The post was hilarious if I do say so myself, but it was very unmistakably me in the pics, and my username is my name, so everyone knew. I'm, not shy on my Reddit. I am open about my life. I didn't care who found out. I never hid it, but for a while there, people were learning all kinds of things about me, like that I'm bisexual. I'm the mod for art gerals. I'm a kinky pervert. That I was for a while known for throwing wild 60 parties, etc. These are things I don't put in your face. Don't really discuss at work. But if you ask about it, I'll straight up say yep, that's me. But for a while, everyone at work thought it was this deep, dark, exposed secret. Nobody really cared after a while though. They were just like, hey, it's just Tom. I wound up making an off my chest post about it saying, dear coworkers, I know you know, and it's okay. I have nothing to hide. I think the woman I'm dating's daughter is looking for me online, just keeping mommy safe like. She'll find this account eventually. Hi Stacy. I found my friend's account in high school because she told a story on here a day after she told it to me in real life. I stalked her account for a bit and found that a while ago she had posted in a "what's the weirdest compliment you've ever received?" thread, so I decided to mess with her. The next day in school I was really casually like, hey, has anyone ever told you that when you're really excited your eyes kind of look like a little beagle puppy smiling? Because I found your Reddit account. A look of what the duck before the Reddit reveal was priceless. My friend once found my old account. I didn't speak to him in 8 years. I was once contemplating suicide, but he saw I wrote a story about a chicken and shark on Aruba and he knew it was me and contacted me and told me it was not worth it to commit to suicide as he had a son on the way and wanted me to be his godfather, and I'm grateful for as since I spoke to him everything is on the up and up. Looking for our picture of Sophie and sleeping. My younger, disabled brother is smart, like, hella smart. He posts infrequently, but it's usually to pop in and tell people about weird science facts. It's kind of a shock to see beyond his fatigue and brain fog and find that, no, he can talk about things aside from food, cat videos, and Fallout. This is a guy who, if he ever got his illnesses in check, could do great things. It's Actually kind of sad because I know being basically housebound frustrates him to no end. Found the account of the guy I was dating on a subreddit of a TV show we both liked. I already liked him a lot, but I wasn't really sure if he liked me that much. I knew I shouldn't have, but I couldn't resist the temptation to look through his history. The most shocking thing I found was his plan for a Valentine's Day gift for me, even though we hadn't been dating that long. It was incredibly sweet and couldn't have been a more perfect gift for me. Needless to say, I was pretty shocked reading that and extremely happy to realize he felt the same way. I found that one of my best friends is way too serious about Nerf guns. Like he gets into major arguments about the specific differences between different models of them. He's turning 30 this month. I found my adult daughter's Reddit account. Found out she self-harms but is trying to stop. IDK how to discuss it with her without her feeling it's an invasion of privacy. She knows I read it because we share things often. But I have this account for normal things and a separate account for normal things I don't want my kids finding out about, advice and odd comments. I've tried to not post much personal detail regardless, but someone who knows me could figure out who I am through my posts. How do you even find a Reddit account? I found out my best friend was a dirty sequel memer. Well, the most shocking thing is that I found out that she was posting on RedditJar. Only reason I recognize her because of the room. I would never imagine they would have a wild side, especially since she's really doesn't talk much and she is shy, but she's a totally different person on here. That a girl in my class took a D so big it felt like giving birth. Also, saw a bunch of progress pics of her in underwear. Cannot unsee. I see her Facebook posts occasionally and I just cannot forget all the things she's posted on here.